This morning we talk about looking after everyone equally, big deals, little deals, and wow, how we've got some really incredible lifetime stories to share with you. Stay tuned.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Morning Minutes, episode 1600 and I think 96, 76. You know, over there.
Wow.
Treating the janitor the same as you would the CEO. We see it a lot in real estate. One of the biggest complaints, if you speak to families and friends, especially looking to rent a property, they commonly say an agent doesn't get back to us. There was no one at the open home. The leasing market is probably one of the most underserved markets in real estate. And I know myself personally, we were talking about this morning, the amount of phenomenal inquiries, clients we've met from originally a leasing in commercial and in residential. Wow.
Yeah, look, qualifying people, qualifying buyers, qualifying tenants. It's a bad thing in our industry. I think it's sort of very, very commission breath. And people are like, if you're going to buy, when do you want to buy? Have you got finance approved? If I found something, would you be ready to move on it straight away? I just think that's such commission breath. And it's all about helping people. If you have that principle square in the front of your mind with everyone that you speak with, whether it's a colleague in the office, whether it's someone on the street, whether it's an inquiry that comes in by email, we have to look after people as an industry beautifully every time.
And it's amazing, like on some deals where you might be marketing a property for 10 million compared to a property for lease for $250 a week, by treating everyone well and where that can branch off to. Most famously, like we were talking about this morning, I had to give you the full picture, in the newspaper back in the day, owners would used to market their own properties for lease in commercial. Long story short, I called one of these owners looking to market his office for $250, $270 a week rent. So a lot of the time, that's not really the cream of the crop if you're an agent. You're looking for the $5 million listing, the development site, or even the shop front, the $1,000, $2,000 a week rental. But anything and everything, that inquiry turned into the owner also, when I met him, said I'd sell the building. I knew the owner next door, fast track it. He bought that building. One of the inquiries calling up for the office had just bought a development site of 18 apartments. And when I had asked him what was he going to use the office for, he said like a display suite. Get talking, then we list that development, we sell out the development. And then even like today, that relationship with a client, part of that deal, is a decision maker on a much larger deal for, let's just
units.
100 dwellings. And it's like, wow, that all stemmed from an owner looking to lease out the smallest property within his building, and then it just expanded. And it got to us saying, like, so many agents these days, they're almost, if two inquiries come in, like, well, that's for the $1 million property, I'm taking that one. People neglect the smaller one. It's like, you just don't know where that will lead to.
Cherry picking your business ain't good. And I think that there's a beautiful thing in that as well. I think if you're looking after people relevant to who they are, what they are, anything, good things come. And it's a really long-sighted view to take with people. But in business, we found, like that particular deal there, the guy that was inquiring on a $200 a week office. And there's probably no less than 100 transactions we've done from that one office being leased. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful story. And sometimes it's hard to pinpoint where the business came from. But this tree, if you looked at this tree, it was actually 12 Roger Street in Brookvale. The guy had that development to sell. That's the off the plan office he was looking at for $200 a week. If you look at it from a tree, from it starting at the top of that little office, and then all the business that actually filled it off that, on the principle of just looking after people on every transaction, no matter how small or big.
Not including when we sold number 20, remember? The development site, because they saw we had that development. So there's another step there.
Yeah.
Like there is so much. And A lot of the time, like we do a lot of marketing from letterbox drops that people love, the billboards to social media. And you can't always like when the phone keeps ringing, you can't always go, I got that from here. But you just know you do it and the business will come. This one is just so clear that, but it just the tail of the sale, you would call it in fighting.
What's the principle of the person that actually does that and the person that does not do that? So what are the characteristics, I think, of the person that's actually like, nah, there ain't commission there, I'm not going there. Or who are you or what do you do? And what's the principle of the person that actually just like genuinely wants to help, you know, anyone and everyone, big deal or small deal? And how do you actually breed that, or how do you actually bring that out in people? It's interesting. I almost think you're probably born like that, where you're a helper. It's I guess it's that principle of putting more into the world than what you're actually taking out of the world.
Always.
And not and giving without actually expecting. Is it an upbringing? Is it just, you know, is it something that happened when you were younger? I don't know.
Yeah. And then also, like, even if you want to train yourself, you got to think what the deal is the important thing, because, you know, doing a deal helps the person looking, helps the person who had it empty, rather than looking at what is the money side of it. So I think if you can detach the money side of any transaction and just be motivated to do deals, the money will come. Where sometimes you see people, it's like all about the money side of it. And if that's at your forefront, that will lead you down a path to be picking and choosing, and then you're down a bad path.
So the message from today is put in more than you're taking out, work hard, look after people, and guess what? It just comes, and I don't care what business you're in, whether you're in computing, with IT, or whether you're in AI, whether you're in real estate or whatever you are, if you're putting in more than you're taking out and not expecting with your hand out, there is a real beauty in that, and people love you for it. They can smell it a mile away.
Almost like a restaurant where they give you extra chips or something else on the side up. It makes you feel warm and fuzzy because, oh, we didn't order this. This is great. They appreciate us. And you're more inclined to spend more there rather than a lot of places.
Big time. Guys, I hope you have a great day. Do something great for people out there with expecting, and world's a better place.
Thank you.
Love you. See you. Bye.